I looked out of the bus window, excitement coursing through my veins as our school picnic brought us closer to our destination, the infamous Darkwood Forest. The stories about this place had always sent shivers down my spine, but the promise of adventure and the thrill of the unknown were too tempting to resist. The forest lived up to its name. As we stepped off the bus, a heavy shroud of darkness engulfed us. Trees loomed overhead, their branches forming gnarled fingers, as if they were reaching out to snatch unwary travelers. The air was damp, and a strange silence hung in the air, as if the very forest was holding its breath. My friends and I set off on the designated trail, our backpacks filled with snacks and enthusiasm. Laughter echoed through the eerie silence, but it couldn't dispel the sense of unease that clung to us. The deeper we ventured, the denser the trees became, casting long, eerie shadows that danced with every gust of wind. As we walked, I couldn't help but notice the trees themselves. They seemed ancient, gnarled, and twisted, as if they held secrets from centuries past. One particularly gnarled tree had a strange carving on its trunk, a twisted face, its expression eternally trapped in a scream. We reached a clearing where the forest seemed to grow darker still. The trees here were so close together that they blocked out most of the daylight. My heart pounded as I looked around, realizing we had lost sight of the rest of our group. Panic began to creep in, and I called out to my friends, but my voice seemed to be swallowed by the oppressive darkness. Suddenly, I heard a soft, haunting melody. It was like a distant flute, lilting and beautiful, yet it sent chills down my spine. My friends and I exchanged worried glances, drawn toward the sound as if by an invisible force. We moved deeper into the forest, following the haunting tune. As we pushed through the thick underbrush, we came upon a clearing bathed in an otherworldly blue light. In the center stood a spectral figure, its ethereal form playing the haunting melody on a ghostly flute. We watched in awe and terror, unable to look away. The figure turned to face us, its face hidden beneath a hooded cloak. It beckoned us closer, and despite the fear gnawing at my gut, I took a hesitant step forward. The figure's voice was like a whisper in the wind, barely audible, yet it echoed in my mind. "Join me in the dance of the lost." Compelled by an unseen force, my friends and I began to move in a circle, our bodies swaying to the haunting tune. We couldn't stop ourselves, trapped in a mesmerizing trance. As we danced, I caught glimpses of other ghostly figures emerging from the trees, joining in our eerie dance. Time lost all meaning as we danced, our strength draining away. I could see the fear in my friends' eyes, but we were powerless to break free. It was as if the forest itself had come alive to claim us. Just as it seemed our fate was sealed, a voice pierced through the darkness, a voice filled with anger and determination. It was our school teacher, Mr. Davis, who had finally found us. He shouted at the spectral figures, demanding they release us. The figures hissed and faded into the shadows, leaving us gasping for breath, our trance broken. We stumbled back, disoriented and shaken. Mr. Davis quickly led us away from the clearing, guiding us back to safety. As we emerged from Darkwood Forest, the darkness lifted, and the world outside seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. We were reunited with the rest of our group who had been searching for us. No one spoke of what had happened in that haunted forest. In the years that followed, Darkwood Forest remained a forbidden place, a name whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to remember. The memory of that eerie dance and the ghostly figures haunted my dreams, a reminder of the darkness that could lurk just beyond the safety of the known world. To this day, I wonder what those spectral figures were and why they had tried to ensnare us in their dance. Darkwood Forest remains a place of mystery and fear, a place where the line between the living and the dead blurs, and where the echoes of that haunting melody still linger in the depths of my mind.
Subscribe now. Either I will send these creatures to your house,